Good morning, Granary. My name is Cornpop16, and today I'm watching an ESEA Open semifinal match. This is No Johns versus Not Around Bears. It's the second semifinal match, so the winner of this will go on to face Malicious Activity in the grand finals. So this is a big match. This is important. We'll get it going right away. It's not live, unfortunately, but we'll do the best we can. Here we go. Match should just be starting up pretty soon here. Not Around Bears versus No Johns. It's going to be rolling out the first mid fight of the game. No Johns will be in blue. So the match has started. Here we go now. Semifinals, ESEA Open, Season 22, Map 1, Half 1, Round 1. Moyboy and Power Gamer on demo. Spamming now. Trying to get some damage off. Here we go. Both teams playing fairly passively. We see Simulate spamming a little bit. Looks like here comes a big bomb in from Morin. Going to be jumping up and not really committing to it. Mostly Bacon. Morin actually going to go down. Mostly Bacon also kind of in the midst of things. He's up in the air. He's looking for something, but he's really not fighting a whole lot. He actually has to back up, and he does get pistoled down himself. Another soldier. Finally, Simulate falls. That's one on the favor of Not Around Bears, and here comes Demoted. They actually kept the point up. Despite being one down, they're going to have to get out. That's going to be Not Around Bears retreating there. Differ did stay alive, so she's going to be fine. I have been yelled at. Apparently it's a she. My bad. But, now it looks like they're probably going to be pushing in. I don't know. They're probably going to play this slowly, I would say. They don't have any advantage, at least. No Johns. They could just kind of push in with their DM. They are predicted to be a little bit better here. But Justin Demoted both fall to some spam from the two soldiers. So that's two big picks. They could easily push in off this. Looks like that's what Not Around Bears are going to be trying to do. Simulate's up here, though. He could be waiting to try and pick somebody off. He is managing to get behind them. Nobody really looked up there. Finally, though, Edward is going to be in a 1v1 against him, and he's easily destroying him. Meanwhile, Power Gamer also went down to Morin. So, again, two picks for Not Around Bears, and they're actually playing this really well. I didn't expect them to come out here and beat No Johns, but they are seemingly doing really well. Demoted's up in the air, probably not going to live much longer, but oh, actually, Differ did get forced, so that's not good for Not Around Bears. Justin's coming in behind as well. Oh, he's not really behind anymore. Well, he's coming up behind Mostly Bacon, actually, in a 1v1. Mostly Bacon is going to be able to win that, though. Justin also fell, so it's a 4-on-5 at the moment. With favor for Not Around Bears, but as Demoted spawns up, they're probably not going to push. Especially since they don't have Ubercharge. Differ did get popped, or forced, so No Johns now. I wonder if they're going to push it with this Uber ad. I mean, I guess they don't really have enough players alive at the moment. They need to stay alive before they can push in here. It looks like they are going to pop in onto Demoted. They pick up Moyboy, but Simulate falls as well. It's a 5-on-5 and pretty big ad for Differ, so again, like, Mostly Bacon's going to be trying to do something up here. Maybe coming in for the flank. Oh, this could be big. He's up. Oh, he's on Cookie Jake. Cookie Jake. Oh, just survives, though. Does take him down, and now absolute slaughter. All of NAB are dying. There's only 3 alive for their team. This is going very poorly for them now. They're going to have to back off all the way to their second, despite having Uber advantage. They should get their spawns here on second, though, so they're going to be able to hold it in this forward position fairly easily. Potentially even push out and get mid. They probably will be able to get mid, actually, as they have 50 ad. And here they come now, running in through the left-hand side. Most of No Johns should get out here. Simulate's going to be bombing. Try to force Differ. Once again, he's on him. No, not going to happen. Just get shot down by Edward now. They're still surviving. Looks like they're going to be pushing into second as well. Only leaving one scout to cap. They still have ad, but it's slowly dwindling. They're going to be able to force him out of the forward hold at least. I don't know if they're going to be able to get it exactly because Cookie Jake is going to get his Uber charge now. But they're going to be popping in onto Zackice. I'm not sure if they realize how small their Uber ad really was. By that point, they didn't really even have it. Zackice getting so low, does get picked off by Demoted. And so does Moyboy soon to follow. Now they're still chasing them. This is going so poorly for Not Around Bears. They're going to have to flee. They're not going to be able to hold on to this mid because they just don't have the players. Still, Morin falls. Nobody going down on No Johns yet. They're all alive, capping this point. And that's going to be Not Around Bears backing up onto their second. Very back and forth so far in this match. No Johns look to be coming around here. Industrious Steve's going to be leading the charge over on this left-hand side. Potentially looking for some sort of flank that could kind of cut him off. I don't know. Ubers are basically even. Slight ad for No Johns maybe, but not a big deal. They're going to be coming up top here. And this could be good if they can maybe get some frags, cut some people off. But Morin's going to be jumping up here to try and contest them. He's going to have to back off, though. There's just a lot of spam. Meanwhile, Simulate and Justin, the flank, are still down in Shutter. So they still have some good pressure there. Not Around Bears is just kind of playing a little bit passive here. They don't really want to commit. Both medics now do have 100% Uber charge. And I wonder how will No John's really look like they want to push this. Simulate goes down on the flank. Looks like they have just pushed out onto these the flank players here. Because Simulate went down. Justin was about half health. But here comes the bomb from the motor. Does get the force off on a differ. So now they're going to be trying to exchange the Uber charges. Get some sort of a pick. But it's only on Morin. And meanwhile, No Johns have to flash on a bunch of players. And Cookie Jake does end up falling to Morin. And now this is looking very badly for No Johns. They lost Justin and demoted as well. Steve, only 2 alive. It's Simulate and Power Gamer. They're going to be running for their lives. Only got 1 in return. Power Gamer extremely low, but he's probably going to be fine as he's already basically at his second. Simulate, though, looking for a sneaky play. And Differ's right there. Oh, he could get her. Looks like he is going to be coming in. No, Zakai's going to be able to shut him down. So he's fine there. Stickies are interestingly placed. I don't know if they're going to get anybody. We'll see Edward coming in on his right-hand side. Justin's in the forward spawn on Sniper. We'll see if he can get anybody. They should know. They're kind of all in on the left-hand side already, though, so it's probably not going to get much. They're pushing forward here. Simulate up top is looking to really hurt, but he's going to be fine. Differ pops off the Uber charge, and they're going to be popping forward now. Zakai's fell, though, so they are going to be 1 down as they're pushing into last. I'm not really sure I agree with this push. They're going to be a huge Uber disadvantage. This is not working out as well. Demote is on Morin as well. He gets them. This isn't looking good at all. They're going to have to probably retreat off a second. They honestly can't hold. The sticky trap gets nobody, unfortunately, as there's just capping this up. Moyboy not able to clean up anybody, but oh my god, here's mostly Bacon looking for something. Gotta pick up the frag on a Simulate. Probably not gonna really get the back cap, though. Simulate bought his team enough time despite dying. Could find Demoted, however. He does on the flank. Demoted's got a medic, so he's gonna win that one in 2 shots. Now Scout actually no 1v1 here, but he's gonna be interrupted by Demoted, who comes in and picks up Zach Ice. And now they're still looking for another frag. Very back and forth. Uber charge advantage still in favor of Cookie Jake. Edward's way in behind. He's actually starting the back cap on the second, but he's got to deal with Simulate, and he's probably not going to be able to. Some scouts come back for him as well. Steve picks him up there. Meanwhile, the rest of the team are aggressing in onto mid. They've kind of forced all of NAB out there all the way back onto the second, so they're probably not going to be able to do much back here. Just looking for something now. 100% for both teams, so I guess they do have 1 down. No Johns could probably push off this pick because they got Edward a while ago, but he's just going to be spawning up right now. Here comes Justin now. He's a little bit low. He's getting kind of spammed out. He's in this corner. Mostly Bacon falls. Justin, yeah, not going to be able to hide there, unfortunately for him, as they're still spamming through these stickies. It's a 4-on-4 at the moment. Next spawn is 4 seconds for Justin. Looks like they both want to play it passively. Fair enough. Simulate spamming these rockets, but Zach Ice easily dodging those. Morin now the only player down as he respawns at his full strength. 100% for both teams. Looks like Simulate's coming in for the bomb. Here he comes looking for Differ. Can he get her? No, not going to happen. Hold on to that Uber charge as Zach Ice takes him down. Justin as well looking to maybe pop in a 1v1 against Edward, but Morin's going to be coming in. Justin forced to back off as he doesn't have a flank partner anymore. Not Around Bears. Not really doing anything aggressive off that pick. They lose Edward, though, as he was a little bit... Probably shouldn't have gone out that way. We'll see how No Johns respond to that, because that could be a big pick that they could push off of or send in a sack. I would be not surprised to see Simulate maybe try to bomb in again. He's right here, but there's this trap up on that door. If he walks through there, he's probably going to get det on by Moyboy, but I feel like the trap just went off. There's mostly Bacon falling as well as Steve, so a lot of happening on this flank. Morin goes down as well. Looks like most of the blue team are just pushing in. No Johns, they got a couple frags, and NAB are all the way out already. They're on second. Are they going to pop for second? They kind of look like they want to. They got Power Gamer, and here comes the pop onto Moyboy. They're trying to get the force off Cookie Jake, but he still hasn't popped. Cookie Jake finally pops that Uber charge off, but it's so much better. NAB, they need to get out of here. Moyboy was just not hitting those pipes, and he's going to be a little trapped in. Probably not going to survive. Does end up falling. Differ as well. Goes down to Justin. They're collapsing now, however. They got a couple of good ones. They got Justin there. Mostly Bacon pulls one back, so silver lining there, but they're still going to be at a huge uber disadvantage. Differ's still got 7 seconds on the respawn. Heavy weapons guy coming out of Zakai's, but already we see No Johns pushing in. They've got a bit of player disadvantage, however. Demoda just went down as well. They're still getting one spawn. I don't really know why they were pushing in here. Steve falls as well. I guess they had ad, but they didn't have yet. Mostly Bacon spamming down. This might even be a second point in favor of NAB. No Johns, they just pushed in. I think they were like one down, and I mean, they didn't really have too much advantage, at least not with spawns. I don't know. Mostly Bacon could be coming in to cut somebody off. He's coming in from behind, but Simulate's going to turn around. Power Gamer got Zach Ice as well, and Industrious Steve is just coming up to the battle again. It could be trying to force somebody out, but Cookie Jake and his pocket are still running forward. Demoda gets the uber charge popped off on him. It's a 4-on-4 at the moment. Differ's running back in a spawn. Moyboy trying to as well, but doesn't manage to do it. Differ very low. The only player really still here on the team, but no, there's a scout. Not going to happen for him. That's going to be 1-0 for No Johns. I think Not Around Bears put up a much bigger fight than most people were expecting. This was not looking to be that close of a match. I mean, I expect Not Around Bears to get a couple points, but No Johns, one of the strongest teams, if not the strongest team in Open this season, lead 1-0. Here comes Moyboy. I think a little bit faster than Power Gamer on this mid. They're going to just be taking their own crates again. Both teams taking this fairly slowly as well. Demoted going to be kind of jumping in. He's going to be the first one getting aggressive, but he's just going to back up onto Mostly Bacon, who bombed his own team. Still no frags going down. Mostly Bacon looks hurt. He is going to be the first one dying. Demoted as well. So those are both the roamers now, but Differ going to fall. That's a big pick. Simulate came in and did pick her up, and now Simulate dies for it, but Zach Ice as well. Edwards looking for the 1v1, does lose it here. It's only 4 people against 2. And Moyboy's the last player alive for his team. He's behind them, but he's not probably in a good position to get any frags. He does just fall to Industrious Steve, so only 1 down for their team. Mostly Bacon spawns on Sniper. Zach Ice on Engineer. Where is Mostly Bacon? Oh, he's way up here. Okay. So the Highlanders defense coming out of Not Around Bears. Mostly Bacon poking in now. Looking for somebody. Some people are tempting him. They should know. They capped it up and probably not going to give the sniper any more room. Simulate's probably going to be looking for the bomb. They have ad. I never turn chat. He's going to be just spamming this gun though. Zach Ice is doing a good job building it back up. Demoda tried to bomb in, but he did get the uber charge popped off on him, and he picks up Power Gamer. Sentry Gun also going to fall. Power Gamer died on No Johns, and here they come now. They're getting Differ and more, and this is the collapse that they need. They're getting so many frags. Demoda falls for it, but it's probably not going to matter. It's a 3-on-3 at the moment, actually. It's Industrious Steve and the Medic, the only players alive for their team still in this fight, and it looks like Not Around Bears are going to be able to force them out here. Steve might not even live, as Mostly Bacon is going to be bombing him. He could still be trying to aggress, though. Steve does pick up Mostly Bacon, and it's not over yet. He's got to face the 1v1, but there's a lot more players on NAB. He shouldn't have aggressed there. Now Power Gamer could be in a little bit of trouble as he's got Zach Ice on him, but Zach Ice not really hitting these shots, so he's going to have to probably back off here. There's a lot of players now with the blue team, and there goes Simulate actually jumping up. We'll see what he plans to do. He could go for the point, but Zach Ice is standing on it, and actually in from behind is the Red Soldier Morin. Gonna fall, though, as Simulate trades for that. Edward also in, but he's probably not going to get much. No, he didn't really hit those shots. Justin managed to clean him up, and now they're pushing in with the 1-player advantage. Here they come, popping their uber charge off. Only 60% for Differ, so they're not going to be able to have uber charge to defend this point. There goes Mostly Bacon. Now Differ out with the uber saw. Not going to happen. Mostly Bacon, the only player alive, still on this point. It's still more in here, trying to do something. Taunts. Not going to happen. Good try with the taunts, but it didn't quite work out for him. 2-0 now for No Johns. 16:28 remaining in this half. So this is not looking good for Not Around Bears. We'll turn chat off here as coming up the third mid-fight of the game. Simulate looking to bomb again. He is the roamer. Here comes Morin now, jumping up on the enemy crates. Mostly Bacon also in on Simulate very low. Is going to be cleaned up by Edward. Demoted as well. So this is going really well for Not Around Bears. If they can just keep themselves alive. Justin's really low, but he's in on the Medic. This could be very bad. Moyboy hits a nice pipe, though. He does clean him up there with the stickies, and it's only Power Gamer going to fall as well. Beautiful work by Not Around Bears. Only Edward fell, so they're going to be poised to push last with full Uber ad. This is a scoring opportunity for NAB. They haven't really had this yet. Edward comes up on Sniper as well. I'm not really sure. They have full ad. No, okay. He was just doing that for the forward spawn. That makes sense. So I was going to say, this isn't really the time I would expect to see a Sniper, but no. Still coming up on Scout. Industrious Steve playing heavy. The only off class other than Justin on Engineer, but his gun's going to get spammed out. He's probably going to switch back to Scout. Here they come, already pushing in. Sentry gun died, of course. Nobody else really simulates under, and he's going to get shot down, but they're standing on point. Edward, nobody's contesting him. There they go. All the frags come down, and Not Around Bears get a point on the board. 2-1. This could be the momentum shift if they can pull this back. No Johns only need one more for the end to end the half. And then after the half, the momentum can really change. So if No Johns can just get something here, Not Around Bears. Moyboy's a lot faster than Power Gamer this time. Spamming around, simulates. Again, getting kind of aggressive, but Morin's going to be the first one to jump. Counterbombed by the two soldiers. Differ at about half health. Here comes the bomb from Mostly Bacon. Doesn't get anything. Demoted cleans them up. It's only the frag to go down so far. Demoted's now jumping up onto Moyboy, but Moyboy's got a beautiful surf, and Demoted's going to have to settle for Zach Ice as well. Morin and Differ both going to fall. This isn't looking good anymore. They lose Edward. It's only Moyboy. Where even is he's all the way back onto his second already. He's going to be falling back there. Not going to commit. Nobody died on No Johns. This is exactly what we saw last mid, essentially. This is going to be No Johns probably getting around here. It's going to be very tough for Not Around Bears to defend. If No Johns don't make any mistakes, this is basically their round. They're going to be capping up that mid, and they're going to be on second as fast as they can. Zach Ice is on Engineer, so he probably has time for this. Building on the left, not something you see too often, but we'll see how it works out for him. Demoted actually in the 1v1 up here. Power Gamer picks up the frag on Mostly Bacon. So they're going to have one player out as well. All of red players are like spamming in here. They're looking for the force or something, but they're not getting much. They're just losing their lives. Differs at 33. Only got one scout. It's Edward gonna be trying to defend this last point, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Differ goes down. It's only Edward. Here comes the spawn now from Mostly Bacon. Gonna be trying to do something. The Uber charges on the point. He can't kill shiny players. That's gonna be the point. Capped off. It's 3-1 after the first half. Very fast. Very fast first half there. I think Not Around Bears really, they got that one round, which is really good, but the last round was really, really fast. I mean, if you get wiped on mid and you don't kill any of the other players, you're probably losing the round. That's what we're learning here today. None of these teams managing the clutch defense. I'm not sure, like, that was an interesting strategy by Not Around Bears. Before No Johns could push in the last, they kind of just all bled in for them. So really, they didn't need to get any kills, No Johns. The kills were delivered to them. I'm sure that wasn't their actual strategy of Not Around Bears, but still, they were probably looking for something a little more successful than that. Maybe get the force off, but they just bled so many players to the point where it was only 2 alive to defend last, and they couldn't do that against, what was it, 4 or 5 players. Not gonna happen for them. Nothing going on in the chat, which is good because I forgot to turn it off. I always do that in not live games, but the match is live now. Not really. It was live last night, and now it's live for us. Here we go. Second half. No Johns lead 3-1 in the ESEA Open semifinals against Not Around Bears. Winner will go on to take on Malicious Activity in the grand finals. This is map 1 in a best of 3. Not Around Bears are now in blue. Power Gamer's very low already, and a big bomb from Demoted. Gonna be looking for somebody. Finds the ground instead as Morin takes him down. Simulate's coming in from behind, actually, though. None of the NAB players really see him. Justin falls. Here comes Simulate now onto, as Zach Ice does pick him up with this assist. Now Mostly Bacon's looking for something. Industrious Steve is very low. Simulate fell. It's only 2 alive, but one of them's the medic. A Cookie Jake. All the way alone here. I guess Industrious Steve did go behind. He went the wrong way. So we'll see if he manages to do anything. I think he's actually going to be fighting the spawners. Is that what he's doing? I don't know what he's doing. I think he is going to try to come up behind Zach Ice. Who knows? The fighting's going on seconds. I don't know if they know he's behind, though. That's kind of the worrying part. Industrious Steve still creeping up behind. Mostly Bacon. Yeah, they see him. Okay, so they're fine. They're aware. 100% now for both medics. Simulates could be dropping down. Looks like he is. Nobody saw him. Oh, and he could be coming up on to Differ. This is so bad now. Gonna maybe get the fours. Yeah, does get it. Simulate dies for that, but exactly what he wanted. Now they're gonna be pushing in, trying to do their best with this force. Morin gets thrown across by a sticky trap, and he's in a bad spot. He's got the melee out. Not gonna happen. Cookie Jake gonna pop his uber charge off as well as Morin falls. Now they're pushing forward. As long as Differ can survive, they're gonna have a slight ad, but really nothing huge, and this is gonna be really, really bad. Here comes the bomb now from Demoted as well. Power Gamer falls, so that's one, but Demoted's still in behind. Cookie Jake actually ends up going down to Moy Boy, so this could be big. This is turning around. Not around Bears. I didn't think this was going to work out for them, but they're capping a second, and it was only 3 alive for JV5. Simulates one of them. He's a little bit in trouble. He's going to have to kind of go up here, and he could be going for some sort of a big play. He's got the pack. We'll see what comes of that, but they're already charging in onto last. Only Simulate is. Respawns are just coming in now. Nobody was alive to stop that point. Simulate was behind, and he couldn't get there fast enough. Not around Bears. Take it 3-2. Now they're the 2. No Johns are in the lead, but only by 1 point. I think this is a closer game than anybody was really expecting. Not around Bears. I mean, it could still be a 5-2, but not around Bears have been doing really good so far. Power Gamer going to be the first one to mid. Spamming these stickies again. Simulate looking to do this bomb. He's done this a couple times, although he hasn't walked in here. We'll see how that works out for him. Meanwhile, here comes the big bomb from the Blue Soldiers. They're going to be looking for some sort of a frag. Justin's coming in from behind as well on the medic, but he's got to find Zach Ice instead. Picks up the frag at least, but it's only Mostly Bacon and Differ alive, and they're not in good spots. Differ going to fall. Mostly Bacon short to follow from Industrious Steve, and that's going to be 4 alive. They took down Cookie Jake, though, which is what matters. They're going to have 100% to defend last, or at least they're going to have equal Ubers, assuming No John's wait to push for they get Uber, but... Here we go, yeah. No Johns, lead by 1 point. They have seconds. Slight ad, but not really. No off classes coming out of the NAB defense. JV5 are going to be looking to push in here once they get that Uber charge. They're already at 60. I think they're building a little bit faster than Differ. Edwards on Sniper, and Zach Ice has switched to Engineer. Edwards playing a very passive Sniper, though. He sees Industrious Steve, doesn't hit the shot. Demoted looks to be coming in. They've got about 25% advantage, so they look to be pushing in. It's a Kritzkrieg, that's why. Here comes the sentry gun, goes down. Morin's in on the medic, though, already. He is going to pick up that frag on the Cookie Jake, but that's the only frag they've gotten. A lot of blue players have died. Power Gamers on the point. Now Edwards going to be collapsing on it, and this isn't good, actually, for the attack, but they stand on it. Nobody was getting on that point in the end. There are 3 players. No, I guess there's only 1 player alive. All right, but still. Devastating loss. That's going to be 4-2. 4-2 now for No Johns. Not around Bears. Not looking great here. They need to get one more. Power Gamer is much faster as Moy Boy went a different route. Let's see how this goes. Simulate's coming around as well. Edward's still up there, though. He's going to be able to see Simulate if he comes through. Here he comes. Nobody dead just yet. Demoted's going to be bombing now, but decides to bail out of it. Simulate on Morin. Going to be backing off, though. He's finding a lot of different targets. Simulate gets the assist onto Zach Ice, but everybody's falling on JV5 now. Cookie Jake is alone. Going to be backing up the last player alive on his team. I wonder if he's going to be chased. There's Edward and Mostly Bacon. Mostly Bacon deciding against it. It's Edward now chasing with Moy Boy, trying to pick up the frag on a Cookie Jake. Cookie Jake's got 2 seconds on his teammates. Respawns. Edward's here on the last, trying to get this frag. Does get it right at the end. Cookie Jake survived for so long, but in the end, it didn't even matter. Industrious Steve is up on Sniper, looking for some sort of a pick. Mid is still being capped off despite fights going down on second. They still haven't capped mid. Zach Ice the only one back there. And they seem to have rotated over to this left-hand side. Gonna be looking for something demoted potentially. Oh, but Justin's gone behind. They didn't see him. He's in. He sees Mostly Bacon. He's gonna take that frag. He almost wanted something else, but decided to settle for the soldier. And now a lot of blue players, the force came out of Differ. And she's a little disconnected now. Finally reconnecting with her team. Back on seconds. So pretty decent Uber advantage for Cookie Jake now, as they're going to be holding this last. They could choose to push out. They're one down at the moment, but Justin's going to be spawning right now, so we'll see if they can push out with this. Sniper on each side, Edward versus Justin. Justin's peeking in on the right-hand side, looking for some sort of a frag. Edward, similar. Justin does lose that fight as Edward picks up the frag. So 1-0 now. That's going to stop JV5 from pushing out. Or is it? They're still coming. It looks like they are going to take this 5v6. Sticky Trap's still on this point, but Moyboy's going to die, so it doesn't really matter. It seems to be working out for them. They didn't really care. They got Moyboy, but they forced everybody else out. Differ's going to have a huge Uber advantage, though, so they can easily push this in, take second, hopefully, if all goes according to plan, but you never really know. Industrious Steve on the right-hand side, peeking the shutter. Doesn't see anybody, but NAB are kind of coming around on this right-hand side. Edward's still on Sniper. Not the same for Justin, as they're coming in now. There he goes back to Sniper. Look like they're probably going to get this, although it's being spammed pretty heavily by No Johns. Morn could be going down. He's very low, and he fails his jump, but the pop's coming out onto Zach Ice. They're pushing forward. They want to get this medic. Cookie Jake's dancing around. Zach Ice, now the Uber was off him, and he only hit really one shot, and Demoted and Simulate both fell for No Johns, so this could be actually be pretty okay. Morin went down as well, so now they're going to be pushing forward. Moyboy's a little bit hurt, but he's reconnected back with his medic. Differ never ended up dying. It's still a huge ad for Cookie Jake, though. They popped and they needed to get that med frag. They are 3 down, however, so it looks like the push is coming out of NAB. They haven't really committed, though. They are kind of backing off. The pop comes out. It was a force coming out of the red medic, Cookie Jake, and now they're going to have to back off. NAB looking to not die here from this Uber charge. Looks like they're going to be fine. Morn's kind of hiding here. Demoted over on the flank. Both soldiers. Edwards still on Sniper. Hasn't died yet. Justin as well staying on that class. Point still remains blue for NAB. Most of them have rotated around. They look to be coming up top, looking to kind of wrap around, but the call was made, and they're going to be able to back off here. Pop mostly onto Zach Ice. They're looking for Cookie Jake, but they didn't manage to get it. Morin ended up falling, so this isn't going too well. They pick up Demoted, and now here comes the counter push from the red team as they have to. There's a lot of players on point. Simulate the only player really here to stop it. Industrious Steve also trying to get these frags, but it gets taken down by Moyboy, and that's going to be the point. 4-3 now. You guys stop living with 4 HP. 4-3, No Johns. 20 minutes left in the half, so probably gonna see, was a maximum 2 more rounds here. There's definitely time for that. Moyboy first one to mid. Power Gamer a little bit slower. Simulate gonna be doing what we've seen him do the last couple of mids. Mostly Bacon, looking for some sort of a frag. He finds one rocket on a Power Gamer. Simulate's actually coming in from behind a different angle now. He's on Differ. He got one really good rocket, but Differ surfs it away. Does end up dying to Power Gamer in the end, however. Cookie Jake also going to get bombed. It looks like he's surviving, though. Morin's still on him, however, and now there's a scout as well. Looking for something. Edward does pick it up. It's a 1v2 now. Industrious Steve, 1-on-1. Zach Ice manages to clean it up for his team. Last player alive. Taunted on point. Very close there. Zach Ice almost lost that mid. But no, it did pick up the last frag onto Steve pretty well there. He's still just capping up. It actually looks like Simulate wants to contest him. So it's not over for Zach Ice, but Simulate, he is going to get aggressive. He's going to contest this point. Zach Ice is deciding to back off. He doesn't really want this, as the rest of No Johns are kind of here as well. But Zach Ice is going to find his team. Still nobody capping up this mid, but it's got to go in favor of NAB, right? Maybe not. No Johns are still here. They're pushing forward more, and they get more in. Simulate falls for it, though. Demoted is in as well. Gonna get shot down. Zach Ice on a 2K there. Really nice. Edward looking for something. Still pushing, aggressing. Justin ends up falling. It's only 3 alive. Morin was the only casualty on NAB. Here comes Moyboy now jumping in with the stickies, looking for some sort of a frag. Just getting some damage, but no real kills, as most of No Johns are going to be probably backing off to last. But the pop's coming out onto Zach Ice. 100% for Cookie Jake. I'm not sure what that pop was. I guess they just wanted to get the force off, which they did get. But Zach Ice is in a bit of trouble now. Going to be able to jump up here, but he's got a soldier bombing him. Going to be able to outrun him, however. They got the point, but it looks like No John's going to be able to recontest this. Maybe not. Demoted actually just stands in the stickies, ends up falling. And here comes more in the Soldier. Doing a lot of damage, but not getting any frags. Mostly Bacon going to be coming in up top and actually going to be flanking from behind. Here comes the bomb now, looking for the medic. Gets one good rocket on it, but Cookie Jake, the dodging's too good. Does end up picking him up anyways, though. Power Gamer also going to fall. This is really good. Only 3 alive. Simulates on the pipe. Justin on the point. Here comes the bomb in from Demoted, looking for something. They do pick up Zach Eyes, but there's still 4 alive for NAB. Now they get up Demoted. It's only 1. It's only Simulate, but he's not on the point. That's going to be the cap. 4-4. It comes down to the wire. No Johns, they've lost the last 2 rounds. Could the momentum be in NAB's favor? Could they take the first map off of No Johns? This would be big. Nobody expected Not Around Bears to win this, but they have a serious shot at this point. Moy Boy, much faster to mid. Once again, Power Gamer taking a different route. He's got the better angle. Simulate gonna be jumping up, meets Mostly Bacon in the air. Both deciding to go back to their teams, get healed up. Now Mostly Bacon flanking a little bit behind. Justin's also going up on the other enemy team's side. Mostly Bacon's actually on a couple soldiers here. Demoted's very low. Justin gonna be the first casualty here. Simulate trades for another one there as he gets Edward. Mostly Bacon now looking for something on top of Power Gamer. This isn't looking too great for JV5. They only have 3, but it's a 3-on-4. Here comes Industrious Steve. None of the medics have died just yet, but Differ's in a little bit of trouble as Steve's kind of looking down on him. Here comes the bomb in from Demoted. The pop comes out of Differ. Actually, they do get it. Not quite. Cookie Jake has 100%, but he still hasn't been forced to pop it. Morin's cornered him here. He's going to pop it eventually. Looks like a beautiful surf. Going to be back with his team. What a surf. Oh my god. Demoted now running with the escape plan. Not going to be able to catch up to Morin, however. He's just jumping away onto a scout instead. Still chasing Steve. Looking for this frag. Does pick it up just at the tail end there. Oh boy. Looks like the mid's going to be going in favor of No Johns. That one lasted for quite a while. Both medics had Uber and popped it off, and nobody ended up dying. Cookie Jake had a really nice surf there, though. And now we're probably going to see the game slow down just a little bit here as No Johns are probably going to send in someone to sack. I don't know. They still don't have Uber charge. Both medics are going to be building as fast as they can. And then probably going to see some sort of a sack in. Try to get the force. Ubers are almost identical. Slight edge looks to be in favor of No Johns. And both medics now have. So now's when we could see somebody try to bomb in, Simulate probably the most likely candidate. And here he comes now. Jumping off, looking for some sort of a frag or force, something. Does get taken down by the pain train, but looks like he did get the force either way. Differ did pop that off. She was under half health. Not really sure if she needed to, but looks like that is what happened. And with full Uber charge advantage, we'll see what No Johns want to do. I think they want to wait for their spawn on Simulate before popping in with this. Here they come now on the right-hand side. No Johns are going to be charging forward. We'll see if they even have to pop for this. NAB, they're going to want to force this off because if they don't, they're going to be at a full Uber disadvantage for pushing for defending last. Morin ends up falling, looking for just that, but it doesn't look like most of them are going to commit to this. I mean, we'll see. Last time they all just sort of ran face first and it didn't work out for them. But they're kind of flanking around now. Cookie Jake and Demoted are up here. They pick up Mostly Bacon and now they're going to be rocking into last. Only 78%. It's possible for Differ to get it, but not if she dies. Does end up falling to Demoted and it's only Morin alive. He's got to kill 5 players and one of them's on the point. He doesn't have time. He does just die. That's going to be the map. 5-4. Extremely close. No Johns take the first map. But there's still potentially 2 more maps to go. We'll play it now. This is going to be on Gully Wash, so a map I like myself for playing on and for casting. We'll see which one of these teams ends up liking it. That was very close. I definitely expected No Johns to win by a little bit bigger of a margin. So good job to NAB. Here they come now. On to Gully Wash. There's still water down here. Huh. Alright, well. Match is live. The second map, No Johns narrowly won that first map. 5-4. Not Around Bears are looking to take this one, though. To come out to the first mid-fight of the game. Moyboy, I think, same time as Power Gamer. And no frags going down just yet. Simulate is down underneath, but Zackice is looking to poke at him. He could be going up drop down. That kind of looks like what he's doing. Still no frags, but a lot of players down. Mostly Bacon's at 8 health, and he still hasn't gone up. Here's Demoted as well. Bombing in does get Differ as well as so many other frags. It's only Moyboy alive at this point. He's trying to survive. He's on the point, but does just get taken down. Moyboy kills Demoted, who was bombing him there, but ends up killing himself as well. The only frag that NAB got for that Ubercharge, for that mid. And full Ubercharge advantage for Cookie Jake and his team. 100% going to be pushing last. This is definitely a scoring opportunity. As long as they don't mess this up, they should be fine. Zackice is on Engineer. And Edward is on Sniper. Does pick up Simulate, actually, so that's going to stall the push, probably. I mean, they could still just push in 5v6. I don't know. They could push in right now, a player down, or they could wait for their spawn and risk Differ getting the Uber charge. They're going to pop it off right now. Here they come, leading on a Scout and Demoted. They see the sentry gun. It's going to get taken down by Steve. They're standing on the point. Demoted. Nobody's stopping him. They only got 2 frags in that last push, but they played the point, and nobody was able to contest them. They sent like 2 players back to get that point, and they couldn't get on it. So NAB, a very fast round there. They got completely wiped on mid. We'll see if the same thing happens on this one. Coming to the second mid fight of the game. Mostly Bacon going to be jumping down below. Nobody again going down just yet. Simulate is still under. Here comes the big bomb from Morin. Going to pick up Power Gamer first. That's good. They're getting a lot of good frags. This is very well. Cookie Jake does end up falling to Zackice as well, who drops down onto under. Here comes Demoted now. Very low. Does end up just dying. Simulate's still looking for the frag on a Differ, though. Doesn't find it as Zackice cleans him up. Full wipe, and even better for NAB as they don't lose a single player. They're going to be in the exact same position that No Johns were just in last time. So this is, again, looking like a point. Steve's up on Heavy and Justin on Sniper. So a little bit different of a hold strategy. I think Heavy is the better choice in this situation. And last, Justin actually missed that shot. So it's looking very good for NAB. They have 75 ad. They're pushing in. They've popped their Uber charge now, looking for something. But Industrious Steve on Heavy's doing a lot of work. He cleaned up Morin already, but they're standing on the point. Justin was able to come down here. It's only Differ. Everybody got slaughtered in that last push. They just didn't do anything with it. I'm not even sure how that failed, as Differ's going to try to surf away, but I'm not sure if she can do it. Does it just end up dying to Justin? So a full wipe on that last push. They had 100% ad. Man, that was Gully Wash last. Not an easy last point to cap, I suppose, but still, Moyboy gonna be running away. Might even lose here. Mostly Bacon dies. And now Ubercharge, Cookie Jake, he does have 100%. Moyboy is setting a trap, I believe, in this pine cone. Pylon, rather. See if it gets anybody. Justin's still way in, however, and he might be a little bit caught off guard as NAB are still kind of in. And he's very low. I don't think he's going to be able to win this. He's in kind of a 1v2, but Power Gamer's now in. Justin finally going to get pistoled down by Edward, but Moore and Edward both extremely low, and they're fighting a demo man with Power Gamer. Power Gamer hits the one pipe, and a lot of other red players have gone down up here as well. Differ fell, and the red blue Uber charge was popped off, so it's only Edward, and he's on last. 5 seconds until the next respawn, and there's only 2 players spawning. This is probably going to be a round. JV5 are standing on it, and they don't have time. Zackice and Mostly Bacon. No time, as that's going to be 2-0 for No Johns. Wow. 2-0. 25 minutes. So 5 minutes, 2 points for No Johns. That's pretty fast. First round was a little bit faster than the second one, but you know what? They're playing better every round, it looks like. So here they come again. Not Around Bears, looking for something this time. They pick up Simulate again. This mid's going well for them. Here comes Mostly Bacon, though. He's a little bit hurt, and Justin's going to be able to maybe spam him out, though. Looks like not going to happen. Simulate's still the only frag. Demoted now is in. He almost got Differ, but got shotgunned down by Morin instead. And there's still another player in, but they're all just dying. Beautiful job by the defense from... Oh, no, never mind. Differ does bleed to death from the scout melee. Industrious Steve hit him with that Boston Basher. Simulate potentially looking for something, but mostly Bacon's in behind. Is going to trade for him. 100% on Cookie Jake now. This is not going to be too great for NAB. It was almost really good. Sticky Trap gets Justin as Cookie Jake's up top. Going to be bombed by a half-health Morin looking for some sort of a frag, but doesn't manage to connect to anything. Scout now. That is going to be Industrious Steve without the name tag. Demoted is in. Picked up Moy Boy. Steve did, and now they're going to be potentially holding mid. It doesn't look like it, though. They're 2 down and don't have Uber charge, so they're probably going to have to back off as they're running across point. Demoted just forcing them out. Moy Boy still the only person down for NAB as they get 1 spawn. Here they come now. JV5 could be able to wrap around and kill all of NAB. This would be very, very bad. They're going to pop it off. And they're going to be looking for frags. Differ could be the first one to go down extremely quickly. Morin also going to die. This isn't looking good. Now they're going to have to back off to last again. They're going to have Uber disadvantage. They're kind of holding forward, so this could be good to slow them down. But Simulate's in behind. Moy Boy dies to Demoted as well. He's already on last, but they still haven't even capped second. A little bit too fast from Simulate. The Heavy also out from Zach Ice. Here comes the push. Now they're looking for something. They get mostly Bacon very early, but Demoted also going to fall. The Heavy's been working pretty well, but he ends up dying. Different, not going to be able to do much. But Justin, oh my god, get the 2-1 standing on the point. Beautifully done by Justin, that last push. And that's a 3-0 half by No Johns. Not around Bears. They were looking so strong in that last map, but this one, they've just been crumbling. They can't seem to find their footing here on Gully Wash, and now going down 3-0 early is not the place you want to be. We'll see though. They could pull it back in the second half. It's been known to happen. Last map they were down 3-1 after the first half. This one isn't that much worse, but it's been very fast. You know what? It's been not long. It's been like 7 minutes. 7 minutes? Jesus. 7 minutes for that half. Not around Bears really need to step it up if they want to not lose this game. Because, of course, if they lose this map, it's over. It's best 2 out of 3, and No Johns won that first map. If mostly Bacon, or, yeah, if Not Around Bears, mostly Bacon seems, sure. If Not Around Bears had managed to win that first map, they would be allowed to kind of play poorly on this map because they have another one that they still can win. But not anymore. If they lose this one, it's all over. The tie-breaking map, I believe, is Process too, so I'm not sure who's much better on that map. But certainly No Johns seem to be better on this map. Ready up, please. Six and 6 still on the server. I don't think anybody's AFK except for Edward, maybe. Maybe some red players. No Johns have just been playing this really, really well. Even when they lose the mid, they win the fights. Either on last or on second. They've been so dominant here. Not around Bears. They need to, like that second round, right? They came out, they won mid. It was looking so good. They were pushing last full ad, but they just all got completely slaughtered. Like, it wasn't even funny. I mean, all of No Johns, I think, survived almost. Maybe 1 or 2 died. And they just killed everybody. I think Justin's been playing really well this map. Who else have I noticed playing well? I don't know. I think just Justin in that last sort of round. It's the one I really noticed. Oh, and that bleed play, yeah. Differ died. Who was it? It was Steve. I think it was Industrious Steve. Got the melee kill. The bleed melee kill onto the medic. Differ. I didn't even realize that he'd hit him. Or that he hit her, so I thought Differ was fine to stay alive, but no. In the end, she did die to that bleed damage. So we're still waiting for the ready up. Justin feels my pain. That was Doctor Assisted Homicide. As Cookie Jake gets the frag. Of course, this is semifinals. The winner of this going to be going on to the grand finals, which I should be casting again, probably also in post. Unfortunately, I don't think the game's going to line up with my schedule. And it might even be a little bit late, honestly. I'll probably post about it on the forums, but yeah, unfortunately, I'm not probably going to be able to cast that game live. Also, you should probably be skipping past all this. We're just waiting for the game to start. As long as I didn't forget, I should have posted the timestamps in the YouTube comments. So you can just skip past this halftime that nobody likes watching. I don't like watching it, but I have to. I guess I could skip past this. We're not live, are we? It can't last that much longer, though. This game doesn't last very long. In fact, based on the time, the second half might be even faster than the first one, which is a little bit unsettling considering Not Around Bears needs to get 5 rounds if they want to win this. It's not going to be easy for them. No Johns. I mean, that first map, they were looking so good, but no Johns have just, I don't know if they woke up or what, because they've been playing really, really well. They've been playing much better than NAB have on the second map. Here on Gully Wash. I think we are also going to see Industrious Steve without a name tag for this map. I accidentally clicked my mouse, which means that somebody doesn't have a name tag. There's probably a way to fix it, but I don't know what it is. Is anybody who'd rather not have a name tag? Anybody who we just are going to remember their name better? I don't think so. I think we're going to remember Steve's name. Industrious Steve. Yeah, it'll be fine. Still waiting on this radio. This second half's gonna be fairly fast. Differ isn't here apparently. Looks like she's not. She was earlier. She was taunting and stuff. Or no, that was Cookie Jake, wasn't it? Maybe she wasn't. Looks like no Johns are gonna win in the halftime. Oh, maybe not actually. I'm on the wrong last. There we see no Johns taking it 4-0 in halftime. It doesn't count, but maybe she had to go to the bathroom. Maybe she got mauled by bears, because this is Not Around Bears. Although I guess if they were not around bears, then being mauled by bears probably wouldn't be a problem for them. Hey, it looks like Differ's here again. So this should be good. Hopefully the Ready Up can come out now. No Johns, they have been winning this halftime. Absolutely. We can look at score. I mean, Cookie Jake with 46. The halftime battles have been fairly real here, and hopefully the Ready Ups are going to happen. Sorry for the wait. That's okay. We're going live now. ESEA semifinals. Everything is on the line for Not Around Bears, as they just lost that first half 3-0 very quickly. We'll see how the second half goes for them, as both demos are going to be getting here a little bit faster by Power Gamer, I think. They're going to be trying to get some first frags here. Mostly Bacon's down below. Here comes Morin jumping up. Bailing out of it a little bit, and here comes Simulate in from behind, actually. On to Differ, gets the first frag. Edward and Moyboy going to follow very quickly, and there's a lot of chaos going down. They pick up a couple for their own, but it's only mostly Bacon, and he's going to fall. Beautifully surfed, but no, not going to happen for Cookie Jake as he surfs right into the ground. Dies from that fall damage. Only 3 alive for JV5, so not terrible for NAB. I mean, they got wiped, but they picked up the medic, and they picked up 2 more, so they're probably not going to get rolled straight into last. They won't be able to hold 2. Simulate dies. Trying to go for some sneaky play in River, but not going to happen. They might even be able to hold 2. Most of JV5 were a little bit slow, actually. Looks like they are going to be able to hold seconds, so. Great for NAB. Most of No Johns are over here on Big Door, but Cookie Jake's going to be rotating back up to choke. And they're looking for a pick. Differ has a little bit uber disadvantage, not huge. Cookie Jake gonna be just getting his now. Differ at about 85, so. Still back and forth frags. It was a Kritzkrieg, so they got Differ immediately. A beautiful play here. They got so many. Demoted was the only person to fall. It's only Edward and mostly Bacon alive. Oh my god, what a nice crits. That would be why they got that uber charge. Textbook Kritzkrieg play. Both medics died on mid. Come up on crits. Kill the medic at 90%. That's what you want. Now they're going to be charging into last. I'm not really sure if this might be a little bit too rushed. They lost Simulate very early, and this isn't looking good. But on the point, Justin! Nobody turned around and got him. I guess, well, I feel like there were still like 4 NAB players alive that could have turned around and killed Justin on the point. But he did a great job sneaking around and just standing on that point. And No Johns are at match point. NAB need to win 5 rounds if they want to stay in this playoff spot. Here they come. No Johns. Little more aggressive. Mostly Bacon looks like he wants to go under, but no, deciding against it, however. He's going to be bombing from here instead. He sees demoted, but he's going to be jumping up for something more juicy. Finds nothing. Power Gamer tells him no. Simulates in on Differ. Looks for the frag. She's so low. Does pick up the frag. Morin also going to go down. Moyboy way in behind. 2 HP. Zach Ice also. Moyboy dies. Picks up demoted for his trouble, though. Zach Ice in the 1v1 looking for the frag on a Cookie Jake, but can't find it. Mostly Bacon's on Sniper. Looking for the hero play. They need it. He finds Industrious Steve and River instead. He has to back off. They need something big here. They're at 100% uber disadvantage. They haven't been playing well on this map. Zach Ice is on heavy. If they lose this, they are completely out of playoffs. The last push. Everybody is up full strength. Cookie Jake buffing up his team as they're ready to charge in with this. As long as they don't drop to mostly Bacon, this is not going to be hard to push. Here they come now. Zach Ice very low. The heavy weapons guy doesn't make it back into spawn. They're standing on point. Everybody got stuffed. Mostly Bacon bombs it and stops it. However, they lose a couple. Differ does end up dying. It's only 2 alive. It's a 2-on-3 and they're on point. That's going to be it. An extremely fast second map. As Mostly Bacon and his team, why do I keep calling their team Mostly Bacon? Not Around Bears. Lose that pretty decisively, 5-0. Thank you very much for watching. My name is CornPop16, and we'll see you in the grand finals. Also, I'll probably put up some quarterfinal and round 1 matches. Actually, no, I guess all the quarterfinal matches should be up by now, but I'll put up some round 1s before finals, hopefully. So, yeah, we'll see you next time.